We're not replacing what our business offers, we're adding to it. Welcome to Ambios at Lower Sharpham Farm. This is where we welcome trainees on a residential training programme to learn about wildlife identification and survey and communication skills. Our trainees can spend 12 weeks here doing a deep dive into the vocational skills that they need in order to get a job in wildlife conservation. And the skills they learn include plant identification, bird and bat surveys, communication skills, practical land management skills and camera trapping. We recognise that not everybody can come and spend 12 weeks with us on the residential programme, so through UFI funding we decided to explore if we could deliver elements of it remotely.
When the trainees are learning how to use camera traps here at Lower Sharpham Farm, they're using the cameras here in the woods or in the marshes or the fields, whereas in the remote learning course they can use the camera at anywhere suitable locally to them. Using the VocTech Trust funding, we took our pre-existing camera trapping module and we developed that into a remote learning course. So we knew we had this thing which was already working for us in terms of a face-to-face training environment, and we felt that it was perfect for taking on to develop a remote learning course on the same subject. So, for example, one of the ways that it works really well is that it still retains the practical element. We're still sending people these cameras, so you get one of these in the post and you get to use it as part of the course, and through the course you get to learn some of the skills that are necessary. These aren't the sort of skills that you can learn in, for example, a one-day course. These are things that you need to keep on coming back to over a period of weeks. In this case, it's a 6-week course. And so that combined with the online element, there's a virtual learning environment. You go through lots of course materials online, as well as connecting up with us every week, and we can provide feedback and guidance when necessary, help people out with their specific queries. The whole thing knits together very nicely.
So the important element of the weekly contact is that it's live. So it's a live interaction with our learners, and in week 4 we actually do that live interaction from the field. So we're actually showing people tracks and signs, getting them to focus more on where to put the camera trap, and they can ask questions in that live environment. They can ask questions in the other weeks as well, but in this particular week we're actually transmitting from the field, so showing them real practical examples.
Doing this course remotely is hardly any different to doing it here as a resident trainee. The point being that you need time to learn the skills necessary to become an effective camera trapper. So here we have trainees with us for 12 weeks learning a wide range of subjects, and they are able to have a go at camera trapping as many times as they need to through the course of their time with us. Now, doing the course remotely on this, what is presently a 6-week course, allows the same thing. It allows you to use your camera in exactly the same way on the same subjects, and it gives you the same course content that we're providing to the residents here. The only difference being that much of it is online. Some of it is face-to-face via our weekly webinars, so that we can provide guidance and answer people's queries as necessary. And some of it is through the use of online learning materials through the virtual learning environment. What that all adds up to is exactly the same learning, in effect, as what you would receive here as a resident. But we're able to deliver all over the country, or in theory, all over the world. The amount of time it takes to complete this course, we say probably 2 hours a week is enough to complete the online learning material. Added to that, you would need a few hours every week to go out and set your camera and then to retrieve the results from it. So it still only amounts to a few hours per week. In terms of timing for the course, people can fit this around their lifestyle quite easily. It probably takes only a few hours a week to do the online learning materials and to find time to set the camera in the field.
We know we've designed it well for 2 reasons. Firstly, the level of engagement of the learners during the course itself, and secondly, because we did a little survey just before the learners arrived on the course, where we asked them to self-assess their own confidence in the practical skills that we were going to teach on the course. And then we did the same survey 6 weeks after the course finished. And what we found was their confidence overall increased by a factor of 55%. UFI funding allowed us to develop this remote course, which then allowed people who were interested in our training offer to participate from anywhere. For Ambios, this means that this remote course becomes part of our suite, part of our offer, and that of course helps us to survive into the future and to continue to deliver this kind of practical vocational training to those that need it.